don't never spend my Bitcoin right now until it raises to where I think it needs to be. Remember that number, 100 million. I firmly bet my life that not in my lifetime, but maybe in my children's lifetime, that one Bitcoin today that's worth 40,000 is gonna be worth about $100 million. So what do? I buy and stack for my kids. You can stack for your future.
All right, hello to Ahead of the Crypto. We are creating Satoshi one family at a time, one day at a time, one Satoshi at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Najah Roberts, aka Young Harriet. Mission in life of financial slavery. So excited to be presence of my brother across the world. I'm gonna say all the people downloading the app if they so we're apping. And if you have around and across this KBLA app, incredible thing for them to do. As you all know, we of our women's history observance of women's. I have been reading these quote is speaking direct, and I'll kind of delve into crypto, this particular quote in my soul, because I'm gonna read it and then you'll know what it is. I am learning every day, space between where I am to go, lead me and inspire, terrify me. Ellis Ross. Definitely learning to where I am and where I want to go to today, inspiring me to be better. A lot you can be and I'll say this with this till just a second ago. What I Googled cryptocurrency so that I believe that was just, and I looked on there, no African Americans. So I emailed to that person, published that, and to my surprise, two black sisters on there. So I wasn't saying, but at least acknowledge that we are. So I'm really excited. Took the time really quick. Their website were represented, at least two of us on there. Got a chance to complain to my fixed it. I just didn't know. I'm excited about that. Again, the change that we want to step up and speak out, and we're doing, and that is exhaustion with all my 1980, because we are aggressive and light on what we need to be, how outwardly need to be as a community. Each little one of us plays their own part. I'm hoping that every station see the change that you want to see in your, and in this cryptocurrency community, they got a real ones, diehards, go hard. So I will not allow overlook us, and so I'm so that Cointelegraph meant to at least delete more on there. I did about two more women who have created currency in the blockchain space. So about what I'm saying, I want to do is we only got two more story month, but Miss Sheila Warren in the world ahead of blockchain, and so has a really good active as it relates to different folks, and everyone's attitude and blockchain is beginning. The reason Economic Forum, they have an else, which is creating the opinion of the rest of our role as the head of blockchain is very, very, again, women in the crypto blockchain space are. She recently set out 2021 writing that the financial institution would intensify with the use of cryptocurrency, whether doing investments or actual ones. And she was absolutely also believes that there will be unlocking the potential tokens, which we know is non-fungible of exploration of decentralization. That is our day today. Her name is, she is all about policy and us being in control of our, and that this cryptocurrency is going to usher in platforms that will how monetization, your likeness, your records, and all of those things, and have a decentralized system. We come forward, ladies and gentlemen, on Ahead of the Crypto Talk 1580. Gentlemen, well, Bitcoin I am speaking right now is $1,800 per coin. So that means right now costs 800, but again, making sure that you have to buy coin. You can buy the Bitcoin. So there are 100 coin. And so the price is definitely, as we've seen over the time that I've been at LA, it is 6 all the way 48 or so. See the fluctuation. And so we dollar cost averaging, which we ended the show again with our, can have as little as $6 and do that investment really quickly, because a question about where they find about what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is located. Where can you? And I like to send people to CAP. Market, MARKETAP, When you click on CoinMarketCap, find out what Bitcoin's done, hours, 2 seconds, those things. And so back and forth, of course, sideways. We don't feel like the bullish movement, meaning of 50,000, stabilizing itself out right. CoinMarketCap, the circulating supply of, and I always told you that I was fair share. And I hate FOMO, which means fear. But as I opened this information today, new urgency for stacking Satoshis. Only ever be in Bitcoin. Only going to ever be 20. And there are 18 million, 18 million and 300 weeks to collect it, because we want to be that ocean that has it, and our community has. We're going to be in a good spot with you. Why? And I have different companies that are coming, commercial markets, and all sorts of folks that are coming and be holding our supply. Again, will never be 21 million digital coins, million, almost calculation. So if you have beat out or billionaires have one of these coins, and so you dollar cost average your way one. And when I first got started in Bitcoin, when I first got understanding, I was really, I think I got 2 or 3 myself. Why in the heck is he only has 2 or 3 Bitcoin? The matter was that 2 significant base of Bitcoin and actually available to the, and when these corporations scarcer and scarce, get your $6 worth you to do right now, because you're a little bit, I just beg you, that's what I would like to do. Respect. We want to scoop. There is cryptocurrency space, red elephant. The hackers hit a pop. Now, what does this video game, as you will soon learn, of the games that are being played, being used inside of, which is how and why are children adapting to cryptocurrency than all of us, what money is, because they're used, not only are they used to those, do you know, into, they start back at Chuck E. Cheese about it. A little bit sub Chuck E. Cheese, you no longer put their tokens. So your fiat at Chuck E. your grandchild, but now you don't need sliding the card. Putting our kids in condition to understand this entire bit late to the party. Hackers hit a pit. They stole more than $1 billion in crypto. And I'll light on that for you in a few minutes. It happened. So back on a popular video game, the hackers swiped 625. The game's company, it marked one of cryptocurrency thefts, rising rates. This theft occurred company when the hackers infiltrated Roni, the underpowers the game. Second, developers, which run both AIM and Roni, said they discovered the breach, which happened to be yesterday. That being said, they went a whole month, almost a week. Well, they just really wanted to I think they then, but I will leave the only reading what there has been a security breach. They said the company working directly with various to ensure the criminals are representatives for Sky immediately return requests. Say 2 things about this, gonna shine some light on it for you. Foremost, you heard the word talked about blockchain are most times having to do with Bitcoin, because all sorts on the blockchain, sophisticated database, series of information. So I want to make sure that you're clear. Blockchain that we're talking about games. So yes, and Bitcoin, they are totally different. Particular blockchain, ladies, a central. So we're trying to understand the difference between this and centralized. We know who the company, Infinity, that are still working on these videos. There are all sorts of things happened because it's the person or constantly, because it's not controlled by like the Bitcoin blockchain can be easily manipulated, so be easily even though they put a bunch of place. What if you have a disk employee or a matter? There are possibilities in your system. And so I understand the difference and why if you're looking at anything in your very best and get involved, decentralized in nature, as this thing, more of your money is involved. You want to make sure and hack or influence you have been working and save that. What I wanted to bring out of is that the company that we're working in agencies to ensure, ladies and gentlemen, not have the blockchain, not be able to go, because now again, wallet is attached to it down to the last Satoshi. This is as you're trying to understand the news, as you're listening to all these different people, you will hear people saying that things that are on the blockchain are furthest from the truth. They are absolutely tracing those particular story, but it is 100% being done. And I have a friend working. He has a try to see if I can get. He is working to ensure that agencies such as and several other people are transactions. So there are patiently tracking going on in the crypto as it relates to the blockchain. So the things out of this article that I gathered, they just want to ask real is it is and people are playing. So I always crypto kids camp that if you they might as well begin one of those play to earn platforms that when people were earning coins, they left a platform instead of putting it. And again, once you but this is an actual different characters and little children they're making thousands of dollars children to play games, have some little things up our sleeves of our children who don't want to violate any work. So we're going to make sure that we do that. Being said, ladies and gentlemen, Infinity is, you may hear Axie Infinity as because this is a popular, have been making a lot of money now that they've been hacked, us to make sure the coins or whatever Infinity moving forward or suggests you anything over there, or you know anyone with Axie Infinity that they may want to reconciliating those accounts. And when we come forward, we have towards we can probably against traffic and news. They have at ExxonMobil. That is a little bit not surprising, but oil and gas producer in the United States testing out their big North Dakota, which is region, began in January 2020, already began to grow. I'm seeing that Exxon space. So this opinion, because it's allowed into a new market, they have all the money to put some, but it's really good to see into the mining space because in the mining space, goes to the mining space, efficiency. ExxonMobil has some of the things that are needed, efficiency, working on that as well. We come forward. We are a couple of things. We're going to DC's venture that they're giving to cryptocurrency. I'm going to shed a little bit of light on that. For we will also things and places and starting to talk to and start to get a better handle on what the space looks like. The 1580, and we are energetically progressive. And gentlemen, I want your ears and your mind and I am building We are not building Silicon Valley, worried about Silicon Beach, but we are building. In order to build Silicon Hood businesses, we have to have everything to be working in space, but in the tech space. And so, as I say, a few minutes, I just really want your ears and your mind to those. Now, going off to college, son who's come back for last week, got an opportunity, company making some sitting on an idea may need to get fun, may be able to face one way or the of a tech element to it, probably be thinking about that. And I wanted to share with you VC funding in the ridiculous, so much money space. We have some challenges, so act like all things owe you, that there are still that have been the challenges in the news sector. So American tech founders getting funding, but we're not going to stop to that quote. I'm learning between where to inspire me, and I say that because this morning to do my research, I see that another VC, Serena Williams, last week raised $110 million weeks to tech companies, etc., opened up, and they raised $10 million for early tech companies, tech and cryptocurrency space. To share that because maybe you may have some idea. Hey, you know what? I think this will XYZ. Really get that business, figure out what the vertical is, fancy drone, tech, robotics. I mean, seriously, the reason I'm saying that and money to us, but I think some of the funds that these numbers, the general overall in the world, but for this is really huge funds which was just in December, $1 billion, and one individual matter. 2.2 Horowitz and in this 0.5 billion came Paradigm, have massive capitals and because it's not stopping them what they want to do, venture funds in. And I discouraged last year when I was out of college that didn't have anything written on paper, and they raised like in out that, and it's still happening. But our heads down and rather in this tech space, nurture our companies, nurture ideas, because it is feel like we can get some of this via calling our names. So I hope that is to get up off those ideas. Think about how we can get Bitcoin and stacking Satoshi our fair share in these money, I call them money bags, as it relates to trying to figure out new tech is going to be. So on the line, and Corey, welcome.
Thanks, Najah. Thanks on the call today. And just my question is, watching you and you talk about becoming. My question is that I can use Bitcoin fluctuate, able to determine Satoshi millionaires. There's some
absolutely, and so that's and to as you've been listening to videos and some of the things that I'm having right now today $170. They're asking or suggesting becomes a Satoshi $470. You now own one, but once you get that, and I'm just married, but I'm just giving an illustration. Married, then you get $1 million for your wife, you get one. And your daughter and your grandson, you $1 million Satoshi until you those 1 million coin, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. So I would result in me having $1 billion.
So we knew that we had for our community, and so why we said 1 million, and so we knew that I don't have $470. I have $4. Do you have 40 cents worth of Bitcoin? I don't know. Us do that right now, so we won't go into that. Dollar cost average your way to the dollars, and if you have 470 Satoshis, what we're asking there to Jeff a little bit more to make sure that of your family members, because when the value's up and those a dollar in fiat comparison, you would never, as opposed to you get where I'm
exactly. So if the current price for $7,000 today to $400.
Yes, that's just the stuff. We don't want you to finish him because we're talking about this. We had our folks, we got them to 1 million Satoshis. Got my 1 million Satoshis, flat screen TV now, and so we don't want people to get 1 million Satoshis because that just pace yourself. To all the other listeners, do not invest. This is not financial advice. Be sharing what we're combat. Financial gap that exists in our community. And so I thank you, Corey, for when we come forward about some of the other things that you can do people, and I'll share the next couple of weeks, can get our community this Bitcoin and finding out that you and Talk Like You and KBLA Talk 15, a series of events that next, the next year that you are saving the date. Before I give you those dates that for you to continue to listen to this, but to other part of the country that you're in, groups that are talking, that are going to meet, you can start to talk to and kind of objectives. And the reason why you need to do that, you can be convicted, but really, just really in spaces about, because just like anything else, you really get yourself involved in a way of life there that are happening around. You get in for the Bitcoin, but do I really need to participate in my Satoshis and out this space? And because Garrison, I'm thinking about it every single day that I created. So why am I Y and Z when I need $20, $50 my Satoshis? And so it really different mindset to say the scarcity is upon, closer to what I taught about halvening period, when created every 10 minutes or in scarcer, and quite frank, and telling folks we got 8. But the more I'm seeing all the and saying Bitcoin is legal, trees that are starting to beg people in cryptocurrency to live. I am starting to understand back. I personally, so that I can get myself better in space. That being, you can go to meetup.com, cryptocurrency meetup. So all you have to do is go to meetup.com, and you can find sponsors, not sponsors. You meetups in your area. Mind people are talking about pulled into a lot of different but you do want to learn new trends and some of the, and we'll get into some of those that he went down the rabbit hole, go down those rabbit holes, a better understanding. So one of the things that I want to share on Monday and be Black and Brown community will steps of Capitol Hill. And we are going to talk the politicians that we are here. We are very articulate at what concerns can help them implement around us. going on Monday on Capitol. Number 2 will be anybody in the DC area, please. The 4th from 11 will be in Miami because I will be at conference, which is one of the biggest conferences starting. I'll be the way until Friday, and Saturday I will be in Las Vegas teaching them about crypto event that has nothing to come in and educate. Said they got about 6,000 people. I'm going to do that in Rio, and you're interested in any of those, and I will get you the forward. We are going to do our day, so get your Black Wall Street BLA Talk 15. So this is ahead of your host, Najah Roberts. Kind of catch yourself up to speed anytime in the last week or so. We're talking about you can do a couple of the KBLA app and on the click on podcast, and you can listen to me from day one where I start to explain and give you a deep dive as to how we got here with this cryptocurrency thing. But the second thing you can do is you can attend my Crypto Essentials. So on the first Saturday of every month, I have a Crypto Essentials, and this Saturday coming up is Crypto Essentials. So you can reach out to me on social media. I am Najah Roberts on all social media platforms, or you can give me a call at 424-317-7373. Again, that number is 424-317-7373, and I can guide you to how to get to the podcast on KBLA app, or you can attend the Crypto Essentials that I have coming up this Saturday. And those will help give you a better idea of how and why we're talking about the things that we're talking about. And again, on any social media, I am Najah Roberts, no dots, no underscores, no any of that. And I can answer your questions as well there. And if you have questions that you want me to answer on air, please reach out to me. I'll write those down. I will answer them on air. I know a lot of you are too shy to get on the radio. So just send me a message and I'll answer your questions online as well. But we are ready to dollar cost average, everyone. And so you're taking out your Black Wall Street wallet, and we are buying $6 worth of Satoshis today. And $6 is the smallest increment. It's not the smallest increment, but Satoshis is the smallest increment of a Bitcoin. There are 100 pennies in $1, 100 Satoshis in 100 million Satoshis in a Bitcoin. So we're going to open up our Black Wall Street wallet. And the Black Wall Street wallet can be found on your App Store or your Google Play Store. And you're going to open up that purple and black icon that says Black Wall Street, and I'm getting in here. I was already doing some other stuff in here. So now you're going to go to the purple circle that has the arrows that go both directions. You are going to click the button, and it's going to say buy, sell, send, request, add cash, or cash out. You are going to buy Bitcoin. And when you click buy Bitcoin, it's going to allow you to click the frequency. You can set it up here, or you can forget it. You can say every week, every month, every whatever. But today I'm doing one time because I'm doing this live on the air every single day. $6. Then you click continue. When you click continue, it tells you how many Satoshis you're buying with the charge of 11 cents through the Black Wall Street wallet. And voila, you now have $6 worth of Satoshi. And as I say, a DCA a day, which means dollar cost average. So a DCA a day keeps poverty away. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just so excited to have all these things coming up. Again, if you are in any of those areas, I would love to see you. I would love to meet you. We are going to be advocating for Blacks and Hispanics or Latinos or Latinx, whatever you want to be called. I definitely appreciate you for correcting me when I say something different than that. So Latinx, the Latinx community and the Black community, we will be advocating for you on Capitol Hill on Monday. And I am hoping to see Auntie Maxine out there so that we can share information with her. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time to make way for the fabulous D.L. Hughley Show. And I always say DL is the truth, and I absolutely love his perspective and what he has to say in our community. So listen in. Do not touch that dial. This is KBLA Talk 15A.